Hey there, love bugs. How are you all doing today? My name is Rabbit, and thank you so very much for joining me for episode number 26 of Let Semi Blindly Play Through Eternal Eyes on the PlayStation 1. In our previous episode, along with Nicole and Mouse in tow, quite surprisingly, we were able to begin journeying towards the ends of the earth, specifically the Land of Light, so that we can find one of the two objects that we do need in order to save Elena. So we're here specifically in the stone ruins. I believe the Rod of Life / Rod of Light, whichever name it has, is here, and then I have no idea where we're going to find this angel's blood, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, we're ready to head into basement number 2 after having a bit of shenanigans go down in basement number 1. We ran out of mana, which was kind of lame, and I allowed too many chests to, I think, just sit and idle, which ended up blocking our vision of the enemies and access to them as a result. So basement number 1, a little bit of a pain in the ass. We're going to cross our fingers that basement number 2 goes a little more smoothly. So let's dive right in. I'm hoping that Nicole and Mouse are okay, because we did just leave them sort of at the entryway of the ruins. And okay, you guys, I don't even know what to say. We just need a second to look at these new critters that are here. Oh my goodness. First of all, I don't know if I like the way this thing looks or if I am absolutely appalled by its appearance. It almost looks like Jigglypuff with no eyes / sunken eyes. It's a little disturbing but kind of cute at the same time. I don't know, I've never felt so conflicted about a design before. Well, that's probably not true. Let's just look back at Avilash's transformation as well as Ranjit's most recent transformation. Anyway, I digress. So this thing is named Mo. What do you have for spells, Mo? It's got Nebulast, not new. Mets, also not new, but Misats. We might have seen this before. It's just the upgraded version of Mets, and it genuinely has the same description, that sudden death is a certain probability, which comes back to what I've been saying a few times throughout this LP, that I don't know if that description genuinely means that there is a sudden death percentage that exists every time you cast that spell, or if the description is bullshitting you and it's just a normal spell and they wanted it to sound more scary and like it's going to bear a greater impact than it genuinely will. I have no idea. But anyway, here's the other thing. Also an interesting design. I like this one though. It reminds me of something that would be in a Super Mario Brothers game. Is it just me? It looks like one of those squid things to me, but its name is Sakika, and it knows Icicle, which we have, so I'm not going to read that, and Glycicle, which is an upgraded version of Icicle. I might as well, I guess, have just read it, because this one is just the medium version of damage from that. So there you go, friends. That's what we've got going on. I don't think there's anything else in here, but last time I kind of just glossed over it. We did see that I had that girl version of the thing, whatever they were called, those little goblin monsters, and I totally overlooked them. I overlooked one. I shouldn't say them. We saw the... What the hell? Oh, I don't have this spear equipped anymore. I'm such a putz. It's really not a big deal though, but I ended up switching it out at the end of our last episode for the wind sword, so I need to kind of keep that in mind here. And I need to try to be mindful of how I'm laying out my spells. Oh shit. Well, that's not going to work. If only that other one was positioned a little bit differently. Poor Raj. You just really don't have a lot of what I need, so you know what? We're just going to go with something just to get the ball rolling. Luke ended up accidentally forfeiting his turn because I mistakenly thought he still had the spear, and I placed him in the wrong spot and on the wrong grid. So let's just not have this be a thing where I throw away everyone's turn. Even if we're only focusing one person and it's not ideal, I want to still try to be getting something off. So let's go ahead and use this. Now, how many could I get? Can I not get both of them? Oh my gosh, you guys. This is going to be one of those fights. Do you guys see this? How it's like right out of range as well. Oh no, if I do it this way, I'm missing both of them. This is just a hot mess. I feel like the game is trying to troll me now, but we're not going to give into it. Oh no. We're only getting started. We'll just show them what we've got. Oh god. And hopefully they're not going to fuck me up. I guess that's the real thing to fear over here. Okay, I'm going to just get right up in it. Let me see. What do you guys have for HP? You're still almost full. You're at 99 and ooh. I'm going to actually go with some magic, and then we'll start dishing out the true DPS from a physical attack in a moment. I think I need to really just have Haresh be the one that just kind of floats around and hacks and slashes. He does so much solo damage, and he moves around the grid seemingly effortlessly. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot impedes his mobility, and he has such a huge range. I almost feel like he goes from one edge of the map to the other edge of the map in one turn. So, could just be an advantage to using that puppet type. I haven't, I guess, looked at enough of the different forms of puppets to draw a fair conclusion as to like how they all work and what are the advantages and disadvantages to all of them. I don't have the patience and the energy or the time, really, to go back and fuck around with all these other just the non-animated puppets that I've got, as well as I think I have 2. There's a jackal and maybe another one that's just fucking chillaxing in my puppet shelf back at the house, but I don't want to level them up from level 1 to we're in our mid-30s now? Some of us I think are level 37, maybe 38. It's just going to take too much time. So I almost wish they had thought about that, and maybe partial XP was doled out to your puppets that aren't in your party, if that makes any sense. So maybe the bonus XP that you get, even a percentage of that gets provided and split among the puppets that are just kind of in your shelf back home. I think that would have been a way to do it. Maybe, though, they felt like to add some level of challenge, this was an appropriate balance, but I don't know. Oh, am I just fucking stupid? How did I not see that freeze raid hits multiple targets? I don't think I fucking used this at all, you guys. Well, that's a little lame, but, you know, better late than never, right? Whew. And I'm kind of concerned, so we're just gonna fall back a little bit. He took quite the beating. And where are you at? 96? I actually think that Haresh should be able to kill it. Well, you know what I can do, and I haven't really done this before. You can, and you know, maybe this is a good time to share this with you guys, you actually can change the order that everyone on your team moves. So normally I just go in kind of the order that they had been added to my party, and oh my god, that actually was not what I thought that was going to be. I'm going to throw him over here, though, just to try to divert some of their attention. But anyway, as you saw, I ended up using Haresh before Abhi, even though traditionally Abhi came first, and, you know, just in that order and in that line, I have just historically used his magic before I've used Haresh's. So anyway, I just thought I would show that to you, and I don't want small damage. I want big damage, or medium damage is fine, too. I guess we can do Nebulas, see how it goes. It only has 27 HP, so this should be a wrap for this guy. So see ya! How did I not know that freeze raid? Woohoo! A level for Abhi, terrific. How did I not know, you guys, that freeze raid had a big AoE? That's nuts. Well, I guess it just goes to show that if you fart around too much, you're gonna miss your chance to... Wait a minute. Okay, for some reason I thought that that squid thing, what's his name, Sakika or something? I thought he was taking a turn and fucking Luke up at an angle. I was about to not be happy about that. But oh my god, they do so much damage. This is kind of uncool. But I guess we're getting to the point in the game now where, you know, there's a little bit more at stake. The enemies are not anything to fuck around with. Still, though, is this something that I think is going to make a humongous difference? I don't think so. I think the game, for the most part, is still going to play fairly straightforwardly and fairly easily. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have just had him wait there like that. But, you know, whatever. I already made the choice. We're actually going to use freeze rate again. Good to know that I have this. Because I don't think before I really was using... I don't think I was really using a whole lot with Raj other than just single target stuff and occasionally having him throw some spells out. And I guess I don't have to use this. Let's just use Shan, actually, since there's only 2 people kind of sitting here. I don't want to use my big AoE. I believe it consumes more mana, but again, that's another thing I've been a bit trash about, and I haven't been taking a look at all of the stats for every single spell and what everyone's got going on. I don't know, y'all. I just don't really care. I know I should care more, but for some reason... I think because the game itself doesn't pose such a great challenge, I don't feel as compelled to worry too much about strategizing and, you know, theory crafting beyond maybe how simple things work. And oh my god, that did a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. Abby, ooh, your HP's a little low. I actually am going to send him back. I'm not trying to hear this. And just to ensure that no bullshit goes down... A boy Haresh gonna just show up and tear you up. So, whoa! He does like more damage than Luke. It's out of control. New Husbando is a ghost-like puppet that is supposed to be sort of like Death or the Grim Reaper. Who would have thought, you guys? Only in my playthroughs. But there's only 2 of you guys left. Don't you fuck up my chest. Oh, there is that little marshmallow thing back there. What the fuck is he doing? I guess he's chilling and not wanting to be a part of this, which is fair. Now the problem over here, Luke, is I don't know. Of course not. Well, you know, we're not going to do this. I'm just going to, I guess, take out some chests and make my way slowly over. And we got a white bee jewel. Very cool. We'll take a look at all of those when the time is right. And I don't think... any of these scrubs have taken damage, have they? And I don't think this... Does this attack? Just 1. Well, well, well. We will go back to Shan, see what it can do. I doubt we're going to be able to kill either of these things, though. But hey, whatever. We'll just throw some spells out. So how are you guys doing? I feel I have talked about so many different things. I'm just all over the place, y'all. I guess you could say there's just always a lot on my mind. I think the problem is I just am constantly talking while playing, and I think you've all seen from Andrew, he struggles a little bit with doing that, which, another aside, kind of coming to what I was starting to say, that I am just always all over the place where I'm talking about one thing and then I see something else and I'm like, ooh, but first let me share this with you, and then in the middle of that it's like, ooh, but again, let me tell you about this random thing. So I'm doing it right now, I acknowledge this, but I had to say, so for Andrew, I have noticed, so we recently had picked up the Dragon Quest Builders game for the Nintendo Switch that I bought him for his birthday back in July. And it's so crazy to me because I think he is the type of person that would genuinely enjoy puzzle games and building games. Like, I've always thought that Andrew would actually like The Sims. Maybe not for the simulation part of it where you're playing as The Sims, but I have a lot of friends that play The Sims games just to build and just to craft worlds. Like for The Sims 3 especially, where it was more open-ended, and god damn it, I knew it. I knew we weren't going to get through this without at least one of my chests getting fucked. I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles, huh? God damn it, though. That feels so obnoxious. And whatever, Luke, we're not going to get to him, so just take out this chest just so we're doing something, I suppose. And we got a yellow pea jewel. But again, to be fair, these chests, while they often have good shit, I don't think we've really had any of them just be absolutely lit as fuck, where we got the most OP thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, of course, that's an exaggeration, and that wouldn't be the case anyway, but you guys know what I'm saying, where I think it's more just aggravating than anything else when they end up fucking up my chest, but it doesn't mean a whole lot at the end of the day. So anyway, I got Dragon Quest Builders for Andrew. Well, I really got him the Switch, and he was the one who kind of picked that he wanted Dragon Quest Builders. So he's been playing that recently, and it's interesting to me that he is one of those people that just cannot talk. Oh my god, do I not have mana? Oh, you need to level up, bro. I don't know what your deal is. Just always on the struggle bus over here. It's probably something I need to think about for Obby, to be honest, is that his mana pool just seems to struggle a lot. This isn't the first time where he's just felt like he hasn't been able to execute everything. And how do you only have 76 XP? I think he should be leveling up soon, but it's not really going down like that. And just so we can get some movement going, we'll just take out another one of these chests. And we got an ice horn. Ooh, don't think we've seen that. We're gonna start making our way over here. You can run, buddy, but you cannot hide. So Andrew is one of those people that I knew would really enjoy a world building experience, and I still think that The Sims 3 in particular would be so much fun to him. I think just being able to truly create like a world from scratch and then building all of the structures that populate the world. I don't think he'll care about the people or the Sims part of it, but oh yeah, the world building, he is just so into it. Well, anyhow, I've noticed, and maybe some of you have noticed from the series that we've had kind of ongoing for a very long time, that he just cannot control what's going on and talk at all. I don't know if it's just that he focuses so heavily on the controls and what's going on the screen that he then can't think on top of it. But it's so funny because even just watching him play video games when it's just the two of us hanging out, you know, just eating and laughing and you know, just having a good, stupid, bullshitting time. It's hilarious to me. I can ask him a question, and I'll purposely just fuck with him when I can tell he's really focused on what's going on in the screen, and he just won't answer, or he'll give me an answer that doesn't even address the question, like totally left field, random bullshit. And it's like, Andrew, I don't understand. Like, I know I get distracted, and I'll end up telling 5 stories at once because I'll start telling one, and then I see something, and I get sidetracked. But I can at least play through the game and play through the obstacles being thrown my way and tell a story and acknowledge what's happening on the screen to a certain extent. I'm not the best at it, but I don't just completely have my eyes gloss over and glaze over and I don't know what's being said to me by things or people surrounding me. It's just very interesting. Not to out Andrew like that. It's really not a big deal. I was just thinking about it, and it's kind of funny that he is just a mess, you guys. I am so blessed to have Andrew. He just is such a kooky fella. But let's go ahead and just throw some jewels at our puppets before we call this an episode. We'll start off with Green Beast. I want to be learning more spells anyway, so might as well get our shit done. We'll go ahead and throw Green Power at Haresh. So we just got Tarm. Now Haresh also has a Medico. I think everyone has it now, honestly. Well, Abby, I guess you're next, so we'll do Green Wisdom, and we got Medica. Hold on. Medica and a Medico? Do they do, maybe one heals magic and one heals HP? So restores a medium amount of HP to you and your companions. Restores a medium amount of HP to some of your companions. Oh, so this must heal everyone. And what does this mean, some? To you and your companions. So does this just heal everyone in your party, Medica, and then a Medico might be one of the AoE spells where anyone who's within a certain number of grids? Huh. We have to test this out. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the differences are going to be here, but this Medica is an A effect ability, whereas this is just a C grade, so that's kind of cool. All right, I'm not mad about it. I'm a little confused, but I welcome some changes to spells anyway, so we'll just take it for what it is. I'm gonna skip this and just see what we've got going on here. Yellow Power. We've got 2 opportunities to learn magic. So we got Gustoma on Raj, and I'm guessing Haresh is also going to learn Gustoma. Yes, he did. So we'll check that out in just a second. Let me go back to Blue Wisdom. And you know what? We'll just throw this on Raj. MP up. Oh, honestly, Abby is the one who needs some MP up, to be completely real with you guys. And that might be it. Oh, I'm just kidding. I feel like I always end up with more jewels than I realize I have. Flash Bolt. We have not seen that, so we will be peeping that here. And he'll learn something else. Are you kidding? So let's give this to Haresh, Nebulas, and then we've got Wisdom. Oh, poo. Nothing special here. Well, whatever. We'll just go ahead and give it to him again, and MR went up. Okay, so that is it. Let's look at Flash Bolt, and then we will call it quicksies. And was it you, Raj, who got this? I think so. Okay, so it causes a lightning flash, a medium amount of damage results. Oh, hell yes. We are going to be throwing that at some fools very soon. And then we have Gustoma, just in case you guys forgot what it is. We've seen this for a while. This isn't a great ability. As you can see, it does a small amount of damage. It says speeds a vacuum whirlwind. I think it's supposed to be spreads a vacuum whirlwind. But, you know, that's none of my business. And I think that's all we got. Oh, Tarm decreases defense for a certain amount of time. So that's the other new ability that we ended up unlocking. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. When we come back together in video number 27, you guys already know the drill. We're going to just head into basement number 3 here at the Stone Ruins and keep on keeping on until we find the object that we need to, I guess, bring back to Nas. I'm still not sure about her directions. If we're bringing the rod back to her and then she's getting the angel's blood, or we get the rod and then we just go to the castle and then the princess is gonna have the angel's blood, who the fuck really knows? But as always, you guys, we will just have to find out together. So take care, be good, and I, your host Rabbit, greatly appreciate having you here for my Let's Play of Eternal Eyes on the PlayStation 1. So I'll see y'all in just a moment.